I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars franchise seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also their live-action Star Wars TV series, their animated TV shows, and let's not forget about their new Star Wars trilogy of films that's all set and ready to be released in theaters in the near future by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about Disney Star Wars, when we look at everything related to what Kathleen Kennedy has done, obviously a lot of fans view her as very incompetent as a leader of Lucasfilm, of all things Star Wars, and that of course is a fact. I mean, when we look at Kathleen Kennedy, we could always imagine a better leader that could have just replaced her and done a better job with The Last Jedi, and especially even The Rise of Skywalker. In fact, the main reason as to why Episode 9 felt so out of place and rushed, and even at times, quite, I guess you could say, messy in the beginning toward the middle of the film, and just, I guess you could say, just very out of place, is because there were a lot of reshoots and rewrites in two different phases in 2018 and 2019 because of Kennedy. Now, thankfully, she no longer has creative control over any of the existing Star Wars projects in the early development phase. Only one project, and that is, of course, the Leslie Headland Star Wars TV series for Disney+. Now, the great thing about Bob Chapek as the new Disney CEO is that he's giving a major facelift over at Lucasfilm by hiring new creatives and promoting new creatives, such as Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, to really handle the new Star Wars universe properly. So now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are focused on their new Star Wars universe, as well as the new Star Wars trilogy of films that will bring fans into a new mythology for the fans around the world. It's explained that both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are currently working very hard in order to create a better and brighter future for the Star Wars brand, using their platform Disney+, and even developing new films to be released in theaters in the near future. Now, it's noted that creators George Lucas, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau are all working together in order to develop as many projects as possible for Disney+. Now, George Lucas is said to have been in the talks with actor Hayden Christensen for a brand new Star Wars project, and that George is in a phase of hiring Hayden Christensen for a very special Star Wars project that will feature Anakin Skywalker in a unique way for the fans to enjoy. It's unclear if this project will be in live-action form or animated form for Disney+, however, the project is said to be catered toward the hardcore fans to enjoy. Now, it's noted that the project is set to feature a different version of Anakin Skywalker that fans have never seen before in the Star Wars franchise that will take them by surprise, and that they are aiming to release this project sometime in 2022 on Disney+, since Disney hopes to eventually release roughly 3 Star Wars TV shows a year at one point for, of course, Disney+, in order to make a library's worth of Star Wars projects for the fans. Now, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are said to be, of course, very much involved with the creative end of things for this project that will create tons of new Star Wars lore, including Jedi and Force lore, that will in fact demystify aspects of the Force for the fans to understand the Force in a more detailed manner. Now, it's noted that Lucas wants to bring back actor Hayden Christensen not just for the fans, but to also redeem Hayden as an actor and to show the people how much he has changed as an actor after, of course, his planned scenes for The Rise of Skywalker were cut from the film by Kathleen Kennedy. The Untitled project is best described as a complex project that will take some time to develop, which could indicate that it may be an animated project rather than a live-action one. Now, additionally, Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker is set to get a major redesign for said project to arrive on Disney Plus sometime in 2022 for the fans to enjoy, and that George hopes that they will enjoy the different version of Anakin Skywalker for the project by himself, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau, as they are all trying to create an authentic Star Wars story or stories for Disney Plus and to regain the lost fans of those who had issues with The Rise of Skywalker and even The Last Jedi by Rian Johnson. So, the thing about this that I think really is stepping in the right direction is that George isn't just doing this because he wants to satisfy the fans, which, by the way, that's great and all. But he's also doing this on a personal note to help Hayden Christensen, kind of just bringing him back into the limelight as he much deserves it. Now, some of you guys may disagree with me that, Hayden was a good actor at minimum in some scenes in Episode 3. I will say that some scenes were really out of place and just hard to watch because of the dialogue and the acting. But let's not forget that the dialogue isn't necessarily how, of course, an actor acts. You know, George Lucas, the director, you know, tells the actors how to say those, you know, lines of dialogue and how they interact with the environment. That's what a director usually does on set. So when we look at Hayden Christensen here, this really is a golden opportunity to give us, I guess you could say, the more talented version of Hayden. He has actually had projects out there that were quite impressive. I really loved him in the movie Takers. I do suggest that you guys go ahead and check it out. Takers, you know, he's in there. That's a prime example that Hayden can be better than what he was in Star Wars. So with that being said, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon,